Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday. Hasn't the week gone quickly? I've got my nice hot cuppa here today. It's a bit chilly out and I think it's going to rain again. How unusual. Anyway, I hope you're all okay and you've had a good week. Today's Tea with Nan is about rise above it. And what I mean by that is rising above, I'll put the tea down, rising above situations and people that upset us and perhaps offend us in some way. Oh, someone's on here already. I'd love to give you a Monday hug. Just say who you are. I'll send you Monday hugs. So, rise above it. What do I mean by that? Well, we've all had situations where either a neighbour or a friend or a shop assistant has been unpleasant to us and it wasn't justified. We haven't deserved it and yet we get that treatment. So, oh, it's Jane. Oh, hi darling. Lovely happy Monday hugs to you. So we've all had that situation where somebody has been unkind to us and it's an injustice. And basically we get offended. Or we might get a bit reactive to that. And that isn't very good for us. And it's not good for the situation. And it's not good for the law of attraction because you attract more of what you're feeling. So I just had this idea to talk about this well, last week I wrote this out. But detachment is so important so we can be in control of our feelings. Hi Val, happy Monday to you, my darling. A big hug. Yes, I mean, you think about it, we've had situations, I hear about it all the time, people are offended by each other, left, right and centre, aren't they? Oh, Annie, you're here. Good morning. Oh, morning, afternoon to you now. It feels like morning, doesn't it? So happy Monday to you, Annie. So we all get offended, or we used to get offended, unless we're wise enough to rise above it. We need to rise above a situation because it's not good for you to react. And it doesn't really let that person get away with it, but it gives you an opportunity to be compassionate, to be kind, and to actually see the bigger picture of whatever's going on. And that person that we are offended by, or could be offended by, is probably going through a lot of stuff themselves. How do we know that they're not having these major battles with themselves? It might be family worries or illnesses or something really tragic's just happened, and we have to kind of assume that they must have reasons for reacting the way they have or judging us in the wrong way or whatever. And what brought this to mind was when I went shopping the other day and there was a post office in it. And basically I thought there was two separate queues for it. But I walked in the shop and everyone was nice when I said, are you using the post office? Said no. I was going to just nip in and use the post office part of it. And the assistant, well, she started shouting and get to the back of the queue, and she was really over the top, exaggerated feelings of stress and worry, I guess. But I immediately, instead of reacting and thinking, oh, how could she talk to me this way? I didn't do anything wrong. It's an injustice. I keep going back to that word. But so part of us, we want to honour ourselves. And so we want to sort of hit against injustices, So anyway, as soon as she did that, she started shouting and pointing to the back of the queue. I just said, oh, of course, you're absolutely right. I'll go shopping. So I went shopping around the shop, came back, got to the back of the queue. And by the time I got to see her, she was very stressed, I could tell. And I sort of apologised. I wasn't saying I was wrong. I said I could see how you must have been stressed about that. And I'm sorry you felt that. And so basically I validated her feelings because she was highly stressed. I said, I bet you've been on your own doing this all day. And I kind of just very carefully validated her and gave her feelings that she, I understood that I was being sympathetic and compassionate. Very, very quickly, she kind of dropped her tension. You could see she just wanted someone to talk to that was going to be kind and perhaps reduce that stress. And that's what I did. So I became the sunshine in that situation. And some people know I love the fable, The Sunshine and the Wind. And if anyone has ever heard of that, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, in short, basically the sun and the wind have a competition who can get a man's coat off as he's walking down the road. And so the wind goes, I'm going fast, and he blows and blows force on the man to get the man to take his coat off. But the more he does that, the more the man resists and holds his coat tighter. But then the sun has a go and he shines and shines, such warmth on the man willingly takes his coat off, proving that power is not force. And the power of being compassionate and kind and being thoughtful that someone may be going through a lot. We don't know what they're going through. So assume that you put yourself in a better place. If something of an injustice is happening to you and somebody's been unkind, then move above it, rise above it, and look down upon it. Realize there must be a reason. Okay, so it's a very good thing not to have that affect you, because it affects you on a physical level. If you take that personally, you get stressed. That affects your solar plexus. You get worried. You get reactive. You get angry. That all affects the whole body, but especially on the yellow. It's very bad for us. It gives us a feeling of being in control. We can rise above it. And that's what I want you to try and do. Just to be mindful. Take a deep breath when someone offends you. And just believe that justice is going to happen. I've got a lovely sentence that most of you on here, most of my clients know as well. I am unaffected by the negativity of others. Rise above it. Just write that out if you like. It's a great affirmation. It really helps you to be mindful, not to let that person take away your power or reduce your emotional balloon, if you like, to the ground. So I would write that down if I was you. I am unaffected by the negativity of others. And breathe that feeling out. Rise above it and be the sunshine. That's what I want you to be, because if you can do that, you're in control and you're offering the best solution to that problem. You know, if we get angry and responsive, what's that going to do? It's going to make the situation worse. And I've seen it happen over and over again. And I used to be that person. I used to retaliate. You know, my inner child would go, I'm not having this. And I would go back. I would sort of retaliate and fight back to get my honor back, to feel in control. But it never did give me that real feeling of being okay. I'd stir and think about it all day long, and it wouldn't do me any good. So kindness, being kind to somebody, protects you on a physical level, and it protects you on an emotional level as well, because you're kind of thinking, there must be a reason. What can I do to help? Oh, hi Sarah, it's lovely that you're here. Happy Monday to you. So if you see somebody angry, you know, anger is always fear. Fear is a horrible feeling, and if people feel angry, it's usually they're frightened, not being in control, or they're not getting their life isn't as they want it to be. Okay, so just be compassionate and realize that that person just needs sunshine, just needs warmth from you. And I remember I was in a bank once where this very angry man, a few years ago. Oh, hi Sue, it's lovely you've popped up, darling. Oh, happy Monday hugs. So I was in a bank and this very angry man came over to the teller and was really, really, really cross with her, and all the situation was wrong. And he went on for a bit, and the poor woman was just like shrinking in her seat. And I just looked at him and I said, you must be very angry and very upset. And all I did was just validate him. It must be very frustrating for you. That's all I said. And you know, the man burst into tears. I was being kind. And the kindness just took his coat off, and he realised that what he was doing wasn't helping him. And he softened. And then the lady was able to help him. And before you knew it, he felt that compassion. And he walked out of there much happier. Even a kind word to somebody can help. For them, you don't know what they're going through. And quite often, if you get to the bottom of it and ask, what's the problem? 9 times out of 10, they're stressed over something else. And it's been building and building and building inside them. And so it gives us an opportunity to be kind. Another one I've got here that I like writing out, it's all over the place on my board, is I'm interested but not involved. So just be interested. Why, this person is acting as they are. I'm not involved with it. I'm going to detach from it. I'm going to rise above. And it doesn't mean you're rising above that you're better than anyone else. It means you're just detaching from that situation. Looking down on it gives you the control to understand the bigger picture, doesn't it? So, yeah, so everyone has had someone have a go at them one way or another. Neighbours do it all the time. But there's always another reason. There's always another reason. I've found when I've actually validated that person's feelings, out comes the real reason. When basically, if you can be the hero in this, if you can be the person that offers kindness, you are offering an example of how to behave. And that's got to be a good thing, because physically, like I say, you're protecting yourself. You're feeling really good because you've done something good. That's a nice feeling. Hormones are whizzing around your body, happy hormones. You're protecting yourself emotionally. Don't take it personally. It's never personal, hardly ever. The anger that you see from someone else directed to you is actually about you. You're just the pain personified. You're put in front of them. You know, that you're the only person they can take it out on. And so if you could sort of understand that, don't take it personally, but don't take it. That means that you can, that's a really good talk I did on my Tea with Nans on the 6th of the 10th, 22, I believe. So listen to that if you want to go into further, more of what I was saying. Don't take it personally, but don't take it. That is on my website, www.nancyfinch.co.uk. And don't take it personally is in the yellow section here, so you can just tick onto that, or is that a Tea with Nan? Whatever. Go onto my website and type in don't take it personally. Because if we don't take it personally, but we don't take it, we're still getting control, we're still feeling like we're protecting ourselves, but we're not taking it personally, it's not affecting us. But we can move away from that situation. If we find someone's been aggressive and we don't want to be around that, or whatever that situation is, it's negative, remove yourself. Just simply remove yourself. Take yourself away from that. And that is not taking it, okay? You're just going to remove yourself from that situation and how it makes you feel. Because, oh, thank you. Sarah says she likes my necklace, my Chukare necklace. It's a little heart to go with the jumper. Power. Love it. So let's rise above the situation. Let's give ourselves honor. Let's make ourselves the hero. Let's be kind and validate that person. It doesn't make us look small. It makes them realize that kindness is the way. Okay. Now I've got a lovely symbol that I wrote out that I'm going to share with you, because I've been sharing my symbols that I channeled through a couple of years ago. And this is a really nice one. If most of you will go, but I want justice. That's not fair. Someone's treating me badly, or that humiliated me, or whatever, you know. This is the one called justice. Okay, I wrote it out this morning, nearly forgot. So you put a line across here, and it's like a J. Then you go down and you go the other way. Now you can do it at the same time if you like, okay? What you're doing is you're telling yourself that when you draw this, or look at it in the mirror and just draw it, or say, write it on your hand if you like, but when you're drawing this, you're getting justice, okay? That justice prevails, and you're going to rise above it, and justice will happen because you've ordered it. By the law of attraction, if you're going to set the intention with a symbol, justice is what you're going to get. As I say, you can draw it all in one if you like. I like drawing it like that. It's quite a symmetrical shape. Beautiful. So that's going to help you to gain focus on what you want. So that still gives you honor while you're kind. While you're kind and you're being considerate to that person. So if you see anyone that's angry, realize that they're really frightened. And if you can make that a little bit better for them, then you'll feel happier in lots of ways. But also, by the law of attraction, you're going to help attract more of that nice feeling you get from doing your best, and from having possibly that good reaction. I had that shop assistant laughing in the end. We were laughing about general stuff, and I could see her just melt. All that tension melted, and for a moment she was able to just be herself again, not a reaction of everything that was going on that day for her. So it's really good to remember that. Rise above it, because you have a choice. You know, stress affects us, and we don't want their stress to be landing into our bodies and affecting every cell of your body. You need to stay well. So why don't we just remember, write this down if you want to, I'll repeat it. I am unaffected by the negativity of others. And breathe. If they really upset you, just take a longer breath. Breathe it out. And then allow your heart to show compassion. Because if you can do that, you're protecting your immune system, okay? Try not to judge it too much either, because it's easy for us to say, well, that person's wrong because they don't share our values, or I would never do that, but that person's doing that to me. Well, it's just that they're working with the tools they've got, and you might have other tools that you've been learning to use, like good communication, or patience, or those kind of emotional tools that you can use when you need to. You have developed that within yourself. And if they haven't got what you want, in the sense of how they react to you, they're not giving you the same treatment you would be giving them. Well, rise above it and accept that that's where they're coming from. That's all they have. And then you'll be more compassionate and save your own body's energy and save your mind from suffering stress. You've done the best you can. And 9 times out of 10, when I've applied the sunshine in every situation, I've always had that happen where they've responded and they've just melted. all that tension goes away and you make the world a better place. And the more you practice rising above it and being detached and showing love, if you like, the rest of the world's going to get it. Collective consciousness is going to feel that, like the butterfly effect. You affect people with your energy. So you're in a good mood because of it, and you'll stay in a good mood by the law of attraction, because the more you feel that, the more you're going to bring that into your day. So yes, so how do people feel about that? I bet every person listening to this has had somebody recently react in a negative way towards them. I bet you. Oh, thanks for the hug. I like that. It's so cute. And I'm sending lots of hugs to you too. You're so cute, you lot. So everyone I know has been reacting about something. You know, we can easily let our emotional balloon go down when you look around and you realize, you know, this is wrong and that's wrong and that's wrong. And it can build inside your body, in your mind. And before you know it, you're just on the ground. And then you can't really see the sky from there. You know, you're out the gutter. You've got to get out the gutter. So if you can be happy, you're helping yourself, you're helping another person. And don't take it personally. When people are as they are, offer your kindness. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. This is one of my favourite quotes, and I nearly forgot to say it. Oh, hi, Karen. Nice that you're here, darling. I like the little heart. So, one of my favourite quotes, I really, really love Wayne Dyer. My hero, absolutely love him. Look him up if you want to on YouTube. He's brilliant, and his books are good too. But he said years ago, I took this on. It is better to be kind than right. Yes. And you know, it's a really nice one to remember. It is better to be kind than right. So the justice thing comes into it, doesn't it? You can say, I have justice, come from this, but it is better to be kind than right. Oh, hi, Kelly. It's nice that you joined us, darling. You'll have to listen to this again from the beginning, of course, but it's nice that you're here. Thank you. Better to be kind than right is a really good thing to say to yourself. Say it a few times so you remember it. And next time you see an injustice or something towards yourself, it is better to be kind than right. Rise above it. How can I be kind? How can I validate them, or how can I offer support to someone who's really quite frightened? Because there's no exception. Everyone that is angry has got an inner child that's afraid. So how can we be there for them? How can we make the world a better place? Being kind. So rise above it and know it's better to be kind than right. It takes away that urge to try and prove yourself to be right. It takes away ego, doesn't it? Your ego is no longer affected. It doesn't matter. It's not personal, and you're not affected in that negative way. You know, so you'll stay above it. You'll look down on it. You'll be able to offer compassion, and you'll walk away from that situation feeling so much better than you did. And it's actually a gift if you think about it. It gives you a chance to measure yourself, measure your compassion. So you can measure that. At the next opportunity you see an injustice towards yourself or others, try and realize there's reasons and just rise above it. Don't let it hurt your body. Don't let it hurt your mind, your inner child. In fact, you'll feel so much better if you can just be interested but not involved. Okay? So that's one of mine. And the other one, I'm unaffected by the negativity of others. And breathe it out. Okay? So it's okay, Kelly. You can come back whenever you want. Come back next Monday as well. It doesn't matter. I'm just so glad that you're here. It's lovely. What a nice way to start the week. So I'm going to show you the symbol one more time because I've got a couple of minutes. So this is justice. If some of you can't or don't feel you have the energy to give compassion, perhaps at this time, perhaps you're too tired or you just don't know how, or whatever those reasons, then just do the symbol and trust that justice will prevail in situations and with people, family, everything that you can think of that you need justice for. There's your justice symbol. Okay, they'll be in a book one day. I plan to do that at some point this year if I get a chance. I'm such a busy girl. But justice will prevail is one of the symbols from my book of symbols that I've channeled through from my guides. And so you will have them all one day. But at the moment, I'm decided to give these out every week. And every week you can just enjoy a different one and look back and think, how can I use this one or that? Because it's detachment is everything. If you can detach from the situation with an intention of justice, then you're going to be in a much physical, emotional, better place. Okay. So I think that's it really. I've got Don't Take It Personally on the 6th of the 10th 22 on Tea with Nan if you want to listen to that. If you want to email me with your success stories, it's nancyfinch@hotmail.co.uk. And just remember to keep your emotional balloon high. We have a choice. I know there's lots going on in the world and families, and we could all get stressed over things, but keep your emotional balloon high. Rise above what you see and hear and what you get from people who are afraid. They're angry, they're afraid, they're confused, and you just happen to be there. And it's your opportunity to be the sunshine in their day and keep your emotional balloon high, definitely. So I don't know what I'm talking about next week, but just try and remember it's better to be kind than right the whole week for lots and lots of reasons, okay? So I'm going to give you all a big hug. I'm sending you Reiki right now. Everyone that's listening to this, I'm sending you Reiki, and I'm sending you lots of love, okay? Oh, thank you, Annie. She said I'm looking good today. Well, my hair got cut. My daughter cut my hair. Love her, love her. She's so good. And so it's not looking as untidy. And I just feel happy. So thank you for saying that. It's so cute. Oh, Kerry, you're on here. Oh, Sarah, I love you too. Lots of love to all of you. I hope you can, as I say, be mindful. Don't be reactive. Keep your emotional balloon high. And be the sunshine in someone's life who needs you. That's great. So see you next Monday. Enjoy the homework for this week. I'm unaffected by the negativity of others. Get to learn these things because they really help when you need them. Okay? Right. It's another Namaste moment. Oh, lots of love to all of you. I'm sending you lots of love. And please share this for your friends and family. You never know that might be just what they need this moment. You know, a few words can help people. And as you know, I love talking and I love words. So just share this with everybody. It's really good for them. And I wish you all love, as I say, and see you next week. Enjoy your week. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Bye.